In celebration of my recent one-on-one interview with Naveen Jain, please enjoy this video from our vault.
Don't limit yourself. Go out and pursue your dreams. Even if you know nothing about what you're going to do, go out and do that. Every time you have a self-doubt, just remember that every single successful company goes through a near-death experience before they go out and become successful. It is the mindset. So people talk about people are optimistic or pessimistic. So they look at whether the glass is half empty or half full. To me, that's really the wrong question to ask. The only thing you as an entrepreneur to think about is, do I want to fill this glass? And the next question you ask is, what do I want to fill it with? It doesn't matter what it looks like. Your job is to imagine and dream about what you want it to be. The biggest problems are really the social problems. And if you can solve them, it's a massive opportunity. Dream so big that people think you're crazy, and never be afraid to fail. If you want to make $1 billion, all you have to do is solve a $10 billion problem. So go out and find a way to provide the fresh water to the humanity. Go out and find a clean solution for energy. Go out and find a solution to agriculture. Find a solution to poverty. All of these are $100 billion problems. So don't think of them as a problem. Think of it as a great entrepreneurial opportunity. And solving any of these problems will make you $1 billion.
First off, I love this guy. I'd never actually heard of him before, but I love this guy and I love his energy. I love the energy of all the people that I watch and get clips from and consume on a daily basis. I love this guy's energy in this clip, and I'm super looking forward to doing a top 10 on him. So my thoughts are, I think people limit themselves daily. I think most of our lives, you're just limiting yourself. I think you walk around in your day-to-day life 99% of the time just limiting yourself. Telling yourself why you can't be more successful, telling yourself why this thing will never work. You have this idea spontaneously for this big thing that you want to do. Maybe you got inspired, maybe you're watching an Espresso clip or a top 10, you get an idea for something you want to do, and then the next day or even an hour later, you're telling yourself all the reasons why that's never going to work out. And instead of focusing on why it's never going to work out, start asking better questions. Start asking yourself, how can this work out? How can I make this happen? When you start asking better questions, you get better answers. When you start asking those kinds of questions, you start to come up with reasons, come up with solutions. But as long as you're telling yourself that you're never going to be successful, you can't go do that, you didn't go to school for that, you don't have the money for that, you're from the wrong country, you don't have the right family connections, blah, 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 whatever excuse keeps coming up, you keep believing it. You're limiting yourself. You're a walking self-limiting machine constantly. That's most people. They walk through this haze of constant self-doubt and constant limits. Where if you look at the people who've gone on and done amazing things, they have a big goal. And they may not know how it's going to work out yet, but they ask themselves that question. And they're not afraid to go out and try it. And it doesn't matter how much experience you have. You can learn something really, really, really quickly when you want to. I'm not the first guy on YouTube, and I'm having more growth than people who've had years more experience than me. I'm not the first guy to write a book, and we're having more sales than people who've written books years before me. I'm not the first guy to be in the salsa school business, and yet our school is the biggest probably in North America. I didn't grow up salsa dancing, right? And so if you really want to learn something, you can get really good at it really quickly because you have the passion. And so just set the priority. I have this goal, I have this dream, how can I make it happen? And when you start listing out the reasons how to make it happen, go out and start executing. Start learning, start getting better, develop your talents, build your team. Stop limiting yourself. Stop being that walking 24 hours a day, self-limiting machine up here, just holding yourself back. You do that, you free yourself from that. That's the game. That's the impact. That's life.
If you want to see my one-on-one with Naveen, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Self-belief comes from self-love, right? The minute you fall in love with yourself is the day the world will fall in love with you.